670 WOCA.
Ocala.
All right, 5 minutes after 10 o'clock. Thank you for tuning in. This morning I watched a music video of a song that was real happy in the beginning. Young love, kid putting a heart on a tree, and I think his name was John or something. The girl's name was Becky. I remember that. What was his name? Tommy and Becky. And then I was crying at the end of the thing because it was just so beautiful and so touching. And so, it is life. A whole life went by my eyes in the course of one beautifully performed and beautifully written song. Eddy Austin is the artist I was looking at on that video on YouTube, and he's in the studio this morning. We'll play that song for you. It's called "I'll Be Loving You." We'll play that just later on in the show. Eddy is a recording artist. He performed for the troops in Iraq. Wow. He was awarded the keys to 5 cities. Wow, I've never even been to a city that needed a key. And Lisa Teodorsky is somewhere around here. There she is over there. Good morning, Lisa. And we're going to talk about the career and the music of Eddy Austin. Good morning, Eddy.
Good morning. How are you?
Good. Where are you from?
Paducah, Kentucky.
Paducah?
Yes.
I
am
love
a natural hillbilly.
Yeah, well, it's a nice town.
It is.
See, I don't think of that as a hillbilly town. That's a nice town. But you do?
Yeah. It's a wonderful town.
So
it's a small town.
How'd you end up here?
Well, unfortunately, we came to Ocala. I guess I was about 10 years old. My parents, my dad was a mortician here at Robert's Funeral Home.
Oh, really?
And he got moved here.
Just because he was working with dead people doesn't mean Ocala's a dead town.
Well, no, actually, Ocala is much alive, and I've come to know that through the years. And I've never lived in a town that has been so heartwarming. I mean. Ocala's a great town. I'm glad I came.
And you still live here? So
yes,
okay.
yeah. Matter of fact, I still live here. When I'm not on the road, it just seems like, oh gosh, we're gone so long and so at long periods of time. You don't know where you're coming or going anymore.
Yeah, I bet. So the song. Mm-hmm. Yeah, let's start with the song. I'll Be Loving You. That's the song I heard this morning. Tell me about the song. How did that... Did you write the song?
No, I did not. Well,
I read it on your thing. It was a guy named Dennis Miller.
Dennis Morgan. And Don Garrett. Dennis Morgan is one of the biggest producers in Nashville. He carries over 160 hits, such as I Was Country When Country Wasn't Cool.
Oh, really?
Let Me Let Go, Faith Hill, Smoky Mountain Rain. And he goes all the way back from the Bee Gees, Staying Alive.
Really?
Yes, yeah, and he has written a lot of jingles for like Jeopardy. Yeah, ding, 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 ding. I mean, he even wrote that. So
Wow.
But basically, how I got connected with him when my father passed, his dying wish was me to take some money he had left for me and go to Nashville and do country music. And at the time, I thought country music was worse than liver and onions, but. Go figure. I like liver and onions now. So if that tells you.
I don't. Yeah. Nothing is worse.
Robin loves the thin slices. They're not the thick slices. No. But I went there and I was broke in 6 months over people saying, "Oh, I'll make you a star. You paid this much money," and pretty much got conned out of my money. And I spent almost a year about basically picking for change, and hopefully somebody would hear me. And just the day before I decided to pack up shop and just go on, forget about the music, a guy by the name of Don Garrett walked past me, and he looked down and said, I like your voice. How would you like to make a living? And I said, well, that's why I'm here. I'm ready to go.
Now, where did he hear you? On the street?
I was on the street.
Wow.
I pretty much lost everything. And I lived in a cardboard box in Nashville.
My goodness.
For about a good 6 months.
Was it a nice cardboard box?
Oh yeah, man. Yeah, I had it really fixed up, made my windows and decorated it and stuff. But I was sitting there picking, and he basically said, I'll tell you what. He pulled $500 out of his pocket, gave me a business card, said, get yourself cleaned up, get you something to eat, call us in the morning. So, I didn't know what to expect. In Nashville, there's a lot of interesting people. So I went there, and I went to the Hilton. I got me a suite and living it up, And I gave them a call, and they came picked me up, and we pulled up in front of it said DreamWorks and Dream Street. And I'm like thinking, DreamWorks, ain't that a movie production?
Yeah, right.
And I walked in, and I seen all over the walls nothing but multi-platinum gold albums and stuff. And being a songwriter, I knew who Dennis was, just didn't know that was his place. And I got looking, and I seen the dance, because Dennis Morgan wrote the dance, published the dance for Garth Brooks. And I seen all these, and I was like, this is Dennis Morgan's. And man, I was in heaven. Anyway, long story short, they actually hired me to be a demo singer for the songs. They would write the songs.
Is that right?
I sang the demo.
Oh, wow.
Then they would pass the songs on to the major labels.
Right.
And then we did that for a few years, and then Mike Curb from Curb Records, he kept hearing my vocals and called Dennis, said, who is this guy on this video? We're interested. Right. And of course, Dennis Morgan called me and says, hey, I scratched your back. You need to scratch mine. You're making some noise here, and I'd like to do an album. And so we did an album. And matter of fact, you remember My Heart Can't Tell You No that Rod Stewart did.
What was it called?
My Heart Can't Tell You No. Okay. Rod Stewart did it in the early 80s. Well, Dennis wrote that. Well, they had me to redo it. And actually, before Sarah Evans did it, mine was getting ready to get released. And unfortunately, I had a bad car accident, and it put me hospitalization. Put me in the hospital for a long time. And when I came to and everything, pretty much my career was gone. And
when was that? How far back?
It was 2007, 2008, I believe, if my memory strikes. And the song got passed, went to Sarah Evans, and she made it a hit. So, but she did a good job, though. I mean, she did an awesome job. I was really hating it because there went my hit. But things happen. Things happen at the right time for the right reasons, and I don't believe that was my time.
Well, nice to meet you, and what a story! Wow, wow.
Yeah, it goes deeper, man.
I bet it does. Well, sure, everybody starts to do. Well, we want to make sure we hear the song, and then we have to take a little break, and then I want to learn more. So first, let's listen to the song. I want the audience to hear the song. I would encourage you, as an audience, to watch the video. Also, it's pretty easy to find. It's called "I'll Be Loving You," and when we come back, Eddy will tell us how to find it exactly. I'll tell you, do it this way. Go to YouTube, just put in Eddy Austin, "I'll Be Loving You," and you will find it. So I have it queued up. Let's play this. This is the new CD single called "I'll Be Loving You." It's a tearjerker, especially if you're watching the video. We'll be right back after this.
Dirt road, it was early fall. When he was with Becky, Tommy had it all. Head over heels he'd fall. Oh, how he loved her. After school he would ride his bike, race to her house at the speed of light, just to see her face. Heart she held a special place. Oh, how his hands would shake each time he held her. He carved their names on an old oak tree by the edge of the river bend. Took her by the hands and showed her, looked in her eyes and said, as long as there are stars at night, till my heart stops beating, till the clouds lose their silver line, gold just ain't worth keeping, till there's no harmony in heaven, the angels stop their singing, as long as the word of God is true, I'll be loving you. Question on a night in June, she said yes under the neon moon, and it made his life. They were 19 and time felt right to become man and wife, love forever. 50 years from the wedding day, through the joy
is so beautiful. Eddie Austin in the studio. What a singer you are, by the way. That's great stuff. We got to take a little break. We'll be right back.
The weather is brought to you by myfwc.com. Safe boating is no accident. For today, a mix of sun and clouds and very warm this afternoon, high 86 to 90. Tonight will be mainly clear with a low of 64 and a few inland spots, about 71 though along the coast. Tomorrow, partly sunny and very warm, high 86 to 90. On Friday, mostly sunny, high again 86 to 90. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg.
Got a garden and we've got a show for you called You've Got a Garden with your host, Master Gardener Carol Ann Baldwin. Carol Ann answers your questions about your flowers, your veggies, your grass, your trees, even questions about your bugs. And she's only on WOCA, so don't miss Carol Ann Baldwin and You've Got a Garden each Tuesday from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. right here on WOCA The Source.
News Talk 1370. WOCA invites you to discover your full business potential. News Talk Radio is the perfect environment for your advertising. WOCA's News Talk format pinpoints information-hungry, better educated, high-income adults. So use us to talk to them. Call 732-8000. 732-8000. We're Ocala News Talk Radio. News Talk 1370 WOCA.
Hey, I'm Gary. And I'm Eric. Did you know that Red Eye Radio is on WOCA The Source every night from 2 to 6 a.m. and it's live?
That's right. No tape shows here.
We know that the news doesn't sleep.
And neither do we. So we're here with you live from 2 till 6 a.m. every weekday. Call us 866-90-RED-EYE. So join me, Gary McNamara.
And me, Eric Harley, every weeknight to discuss the latest in news and entertainment.
Right here on WOCA The Source.
All right, 18 minutes after 10 o'clock. Thank you for tuning in to The Source. WOCA. Eddie Austin is in the studio with Lisa Teodorsky. You should really be in front of a camera. She's holding a camera.
Yeah, she's beautiful.
Beautiful lady. And who's Lisa? Tell me who Lisa is, Eddie.
Lisa's our A&R department, artist relations for the production company. And we're a little bit on the sweet side still. We once had a relationship, and now we've decided that...
It's like Stevie Nicks and what's the guy's name?
Oh, gosh.
Lindsey Buckingham.
Yes,
Buckingham,
yeah.
But we figured...
You got one of those relationships going on?
No, it's not that crazy yet.
Yeah, not that crazy. We're good. Don't let it get like that. No.
But we work really good together, and if anybody knows about my life and career, it's Lisa. And so...
Well, let me just say this, that you, first of all, that you picked a great song, but you are a great singer. And the two things have to happen together. And so do you have other songs recorded, ready to go?
Right now, we're waiting on the fine black and white print, but I have a song that we're going to be coming next single, and it's the writers are Ashley Gorley and Luke Bryan. And the song is called You're Gonna Love It. And like I said, the fine print hasn't been done, but it's in the works right now. And which I'm very thankful. I got the pleasure to record one of Luke Bryant's songs, it's one of the songs that didn't make one of his albums. He's got they have tons of them, and they unfortunately can only pick up to 9 to 11 songs. So has
technology made it easier to get music out nowadays? We had a story yesterday.
Yes.
And this is why I'm asking this story, this question. Yesterday we had a story about a young group from Ocala, and this is a heavy metal, rock and roll, whatever they are, the young guys, and they sold 205,000 units. Now, Robert and I go back a way, and we know when we actually worked with Curb and Warner, gosh, in the 70s. Okay, so we know that 205,000 wouldn't be good enough for them. They want 2.5 million sales. They don't want to. But nowadays, 205,000.
That's a lot of
because
units.
Everybody's independent. There's no middleman taking the money. So is it easier now to?
It is. It's I mean, like you said, the middleman. I mean, at time you have all the sales and stuff. It does. It makes it a lot easier financially. That is because I mean how would it be a proper way to put this? I'll tell you, I can't think of a proper way. I mean,
well, it just seems to me that technology has made it easier for people in the arts right? Whether it's
no matter what, the technology today.
Where did you make the video?
The video was shot on a 45 millimeter Hollywood film, and we shot that in 2001, and it didn't get released until 2 years later.
Oh wow!
Yeah,
and where's the location?
Washington County, Washington County. It's in Salem, Indiana.
Okay.
And we did 13 locations on the set there.
So the last scene with the hearse.
Okay,
is that the same location as the first scene with the children?
Where the with the kids they first met there.
See,
and
I thought that was beautiful. The fact that it made full circle.
That's why I wanted to do it that way. Because life is a full circle. I mean, have you noticed I seen that the other day? Somebody was wearing flanges and flares on their pants. I'm like, I'm like, oh my God.
Right. Oh, we see them all the day.
Yeah.
We see this is the showcase to fashion right out here.
And what's the funny thing about it is the kids think it's new.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, well,
it looks good, but
what's really interesting is that you said you were a demo singer for other artists.
Yes.
When this song was presented to you, did someone do the demo for you, or did you just sit with the songwriter and then you came up with your own
they did
interpretation?
this. Actually, it didn't get passed around. I was the first one to actually get a hold of it, and they did it. And right before they said, they came to me and says, "We want you to do this demo on I'll Be Loving You," and then when we did it, he's like, "Man, that's your song," and I looked at him and I said, "You think?" And he goes, "Man, that has you written all over it." He goes, "Let's go in full production," and that's when we did it, and it created a wonderful video out of it.
So are you in a band at all? Is there a local way we can see you and hear you?
Right now we're in the project right now putting a new tour band together. I'm going to just tour all over Florida for right now, unless God blesses us with a hit and it allows us financially to go other places.
Right.
It's a very expensive business. I found out through the years.
So you play guitar. Obviously, you were sitting on the sidewalk playing a guitar, singing when you got discovered, right?
Yes, I play guitar, but I think I pick up the guitar maybe one time during a whole show. I'm mostly running up and down the stage acting like a complete idiot, but I'm good at it.
That's what we love as audiences, right?
Yes, high-powered energy shows we do. And but actually, I think at the time when I was picking for change, I only knew 4 songs. By guitar. I mean, I sang a lot, but I only did 4 songs.
Really? Okay.
And I did them back to back. I'd play and stuff, and then I'd switch them up.
Oh, because the people who heard you the first time, they're different people now, right? They're walking on the sidewalk.
They walk in, and then I'll sit there and I'll be playing that song, and I'll see somebody coming through there, and then I'll switch halfway to another song and go right into another one.
When you played for the soldiers in Iraq, did you go with the USO tours?
Yes. That was that was right before the accident. Also, I went to the Fort Knox, the WTU unit, I do believe it is, and that is when the soldiers, they come back and they're missing limbs and stuff. They're healing them up to be released. Wow. And I had a great experience with them, and I got to meet with Toby Keith and a few others that was involved in the military. And so it's been very interesting. And
what are the keys to the cities? What is that part of your bio?
The keys to cities. The very first one was, of course, in Washington County, there in Salem, and the mayor came up and they called the production company and they said, we would like for Eddy to come. We would like to give him the key to the city for doing something outstanding for their county.
Okay.
And then I think about a year and a half later, I did a big show in Georgetown, Kentucky, and I don't know. It just every time that I go sing for the city and stuff, they want to give me
the key.
They want to give me a key.
Does it work anything?
You know what? I asked him the very same thing you just did. I said, which bank does this open up? And he says it don't. And I said, well, can I have another key? That didn't go over too well.
Oh, that's too funny.
There are new fans born every day because of the advancement in ages of the young people.
Yes.
You must really feel like you can be a mentor to the young people.
Yes.
You have to keep them, interested in their love, their career, but keep them on the straight and narrow.
Robin, that is funny you said that. Just the other day, I met a gentleman. I know his name is Dustin, and he's just learning how to play guitar. And we sat there and talked for hours, and he wrote us a letter about a couple days ago, I do believe it was, Lisa, right? And you can feel in those words the heart coming out of him saying, you have inspired me, you have, and it made me feel like, wow, man, at first, I wanted to get a hit and stuff like that, but as you grow into the music and stuff and you change people's lives, it's not all about that anymore. It's,
Well, when the song first starts, and the first time we see you in the video, you come walking around that tree. I said, this is a good-looking guy. This guy sounds good. First of all,
I know that's when mullets rocked, by the way.
Mullets?
Was that a mullet?
Yeah, that was a mullet.
I'm out of touch with everything. But I thought, okay, so this, everything works here. The video looks good. You look good. You sound awesome.
Thank you.
And the song is superb. So, you've got everything working in your favor. For the audience who wants to discover more about you, because we're almost out of time, you have a Reverb Nation site. What is that? Reverb? How do you do it?
Yeah, it's Reverb Nation, but actually they were supposed to take that off. They haven't done that yet. We're putting a brand new Reverb Nation. Also, they can find me on Facebook.
Okay.
And it's spelled, of course, EDDY.
Okay, so look for Eddy Austin.
Yeah, Eddy Austin.
On Facebook.
Now, the video that everybody has seen on YouTube, we're actually going to re-release that to CMT, but what we're doing, we're taking the old me out and we're putting the new image in. And
really?
Yes.
How are you doing that?
Real fancy editing.
Wow. Wow.
That's so amazing. Did you have...
No, it's not an important question, but who are the kids? Who are the actors?
I tell you what, we put an ad out in the paper, and they came from states to states. We had people coming from Texas, California. Just parents wanting their kids to be in the video.
Really?
And that was a very hard thing to do, trying to find the kids to match up what they would look like as they got older.
Right.
And that was the hardest part of the whole production set. And that took us exactly about 4.5 months just to get that down. And I think we got us a winner here. Like I said, without fans, a star would never be.
It's just a matter of people hearing it. That's what I think. I think it is a winner, and the challenge is getting it out there. So you've done the right thing coming to us, but we are just a pebble in the ocean. So hopefully we cause some kind of a stir, and it helps out. But you're the one who's causing the real stir. Eddy Austin, good luck to you. Please don't be a stranger. Come back. Let us know if you're performing anywhere.
Yes, I will.
If you're doing anything special for Christmas or anything, let us know. We'd love to have you back in and talking about the events. The new CD single, I'll Be Loving You. Can we buy it online?
Not at this time.
Not yet.
Not at this time. They wanted to go with the radio releases first for a little bit, and hopefully within a month we'll be in production.
Okay. Eddy Austin, thank you for coming in. I'll Be Loving You is the song. Let me leave with the song, a little bit of it anyway. I'll try my best to squeeze as much in. And Lisa Teodorsky, the pretty Lisa over there, the Stevie Nicks of the little duo here. Well, good luck to both of you as well.
Thank you.
Your life is ahead of you still, so this is good stuff. Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Thank you both.
God bless.
We'll be right back.
When he was with Becky, Tommy had it all. Head over heels he'd fall. Oh, how he loved her.
Fox News Radio, I'm Lillian Wu. Human rights groups in Syria putting out a call to keep the town of Kobani from falling into the hands of ISIS militants. Meanwhile, the president meeting with military commanders at the